Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for April 29, 2022, the week after Record Store Day. And even though it's the week after Record Store Day, I still got a decent amount of new arrivals this week. Normally, the couple of weeks before and after Record Store Day are pretty lame as far as what comes out. This week is not that bad. We had a massively successful Record Store Day in the store. We live streamed it. You can see it on our channel. All day we had tons and tons of traffic. It was great to kind of get back in the rhythm of a normal Record Store Day as opposed to years past. And then the following Sunday, pretty much everything that was left over, minus a few things, sold. I mean, I had a lot of really desirable stuff still. But yeah, I'm going to make a video talking exclusively about Record Store Day and my thoughts on it. That's coming up. I know I keep telling you guys I got all these videos coming up. This is going to be the week that I get them all done though. I'm thinking I'm going to just take a couple days off and just make videos. And it should be a pretty proactive weekend and next week getting stuff online. But as far as Record Store Day shipping, I got a couple people emailing me, you know, guys that are new to Record Store Day. Keep in mind, we get an enormous, we get 2 weeks worth of business online in one day. So it takes a couple of days to catch up. I would say by the next day or two, we'll have all the Record Store Day stuff, you know, before the weekend for sure. We'll have all the Record Store Day stuff out the door. I'm thinking, you know, by the end of the weekend, everything, new orders, Record Store Day, that'll all be shipped. I put an enormous amount of effort in getting guys hired and trained. This way I don't have, you know, a week turnaround time on Record Store Day. So things are moving up pretty smoothly. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how things are going over here on our end. There's always a little bit of hiccups. Sometimes somebody will order something and have a meltdown because it's not shipped within 6 hours. But with Record Store Day stuff, it just takes time. It's an immense undertaking getting that quantity of product in and out the door. And you guys saw the video that I showed you guys how much stuff we actually got, and that's how much sold. So there was a little bit of a backlog getting stuff done, but should have that killed in the next day. Some cool pre-orders got announced this week. 2 new Blue Note classics, Lou Donaldson's Blues Walk and Sonny Clark's Dial S for Sonny. Fantastic Sonny Clark title. Really looking forward to having that one on the shelves again. Those are coming out June 17th. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray. If you've gotten any of them, I'm sure you've bought more because they do sound absolutely fantastic. And they are reasonably priced as a mid-$20 record. This one is actually pretty cool. Elton John. A 4 LP set, 50th anniversary edition of Madman Across the Water. So the album itself is the Bob Ludwig remaster from a couple of years ago, but there's 3 more discs with 1972 BBC concert, and then a bunch of demos, live tracks, and alternate versions of stuff. So that's going to be like a Elton John Madman box set, right? And then there's an Amy Winehouse concert from 2007, live Glastonbury. That's never been out on vinyl before. So some cool titles coming out for pre-order. All right, let me show you what came out this week. First off, a few things from Mobile Fidelity as well. We've got 3 new SACDs. This one, I got an SACD player. I'm probably going to take this home and give it a listen to. You guys know how much I love Elvis. Elvis, Blue Hawaii, SACD. Yeah, this is limited to 3,000, so they're not making a ton of these things. Mark Knopfler's Local Hero soundtrack. So these are all dual layer SACD CDs. This one actually, they changed up the hype sticker. Mastered from the original Monurial mastered tapes. Features the hit A Girl Like You, How Can I Be Sure, Groovin' in a Beautiful Morning as a bonus track. Non-album single released as The Rascals. It kind of gives you information on that. I mean, this is the Rascals sell. Sells well on vinyl. I'm sure this will do pretty well too. So this is numbered to 24. They only do 2,500 of these, 2,500 of the Mark Knopfler, and 3,000 of Elvis. But we've got those in stock and we're shipping. Weezer Pinkerton. This is out of print. This is the last time you're going to see it. And I got so few copies when you're watching this video, it's probably sold out from people who have put restock notifications in. But I wanted to show you guys. It came. It's here. It's gone. This is the tail end of the run. This is 11,509, so more than likely the final run count will be kind of in that range somewhere. So this is an outstanding title that they probably just were waiting on their very last shipment, and now it is gone. We got so few of these, though, for the amount of demand that there was. All right, John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. This is all analog. Tip-on jacket. Kind of mimics in quality the Tone Poet. This was scheduled to come out, who knows, a year ago? Got delayed. Here it is. This is a title we have for pre-order for quite some time. Those will be shipping out all this week, maybe into the weekend, but probably going to be shipping out here the next day or so. From Kraft Records, essential album of 1970s salsa. This is Angel Canal's Sabor. Let's see, all analog mastering from the original master tapes by Phil Rodriguez. 180 gram vinyl, has a tip-on jacket. But yeah, looks interesting. I'm a big fan of all of these Kraft Fania and Latin-themed records. This one, no exception. I'm going to buy it. I got a big restock in a Blue Note Classic series and more Verve series titles. From my top 100 imprint analog records you should own list, one of my favorite Art Blakey titles, Indestructible. Absolutely fantastic. This is a must-have for jazz fans or people getting into jazz. Here's a good title to go in with. One of the probably top 10 greatest jazz albums of all time, Kenny Burrell's Midnight Blue. Fantastic record. Really, really good. Maybe my first favorite Nina Simone record. This has been awaiting repress for quite some time. It is back in stock. This has Sinnerman on it, which is kind of, I think this was like, became somewhat of a hit again with the Netflix series, the docu-series they did on her. I remember when that came out, people were all looking for this record. This sounds fantastic. It's got her version of Strange Fruit on it as well. And although Blue Note didn't advertise this as being all analog, the all analog current reissue of Nora Jones, Come Away With Me. I listened to this briefly in the store on a system that was only partially set up. My initial impressions are actually quite good. This is a really good sounding record. It was cut at Sterling. It's a basic, cheapy gatefold jacket. I want to say it's even a paper inner sleeve, so I had to clean the record. There was some dust on it. But this sounded really, really good. Very similar to the Kevin Gray, just not cut as hot. More, you guys aren't going to have a reference on this, but Analog Productions did a reel-to-reel of this. And I think sonically, this kind of was more in line with that version, the reel-to-reel, than the Kevin Gray cut Analog Productions version, which is now at a print and probably going for over $100. So the S's were a little less sibilant, and it's just not cut as hot. It's a little easier to handle on your system. A lot of people had issues with the Analog Productions version because it was cut so hot, it ended up causing skipping on a lot of people's turntables. But this sounded really, really good. I was wildly impressed, especially for the cost of this. Again, an all analog, sub $30 record. There's not a lot of them out there. Now, Blue Note never announced that this was analog, but Joe Harley, who works on all the Tone Poet titles, has said in interviews that he knew for a fact that maybe not, he doesn't know anything about the bonus discs that are going to come out on the future box set of this, but he mentioned that this, for sure, is cut from the original analog master tape, all analog. So, and it sounds really good. I'm going to take it home tonight and I'm going to listen to it on the big system. But it sounds good. Speaking of the Kraft Latin stuff, here's the Latin soul voice of the 70s. Raffaele Pagan, With Love. All tip-on jacket. This was cut by Kevin Gray at Coherent. Another title that I've never heard of, never listened to, not stuff that I know much about, but I've really dug what they've done on the Fania label. And again, I'm going to get that just because. I haven't been disappointed yet. Okay, so some more restocks from the classic series. Dexter Gordon's doing all right. Again, all analog. Been out of stock for a long time. Figured I'd show it to you. Freddie Hubbard's Open Sesame, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. Sounds fantastic. Bohanna's Delight, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messenger, another killer Art Blakey title. Art Blakey on Blue Note, they're all good. I was talking to a guy in the store about this today. After Blue Note, you might be more selective. You will not be disappointed with an Art Blakey Blue Note title. They are all good. Introducing Johnny Griffin. Again, one of the top best-selling modern, by today's standards, this is a huge seller. Hank Mobley's Soul Station, This is up there kind of for me, sales-wise, with like Kind of Blue, Dave Brubeck's Time Out, Art Blakey's Moanin'. This is a fantastic album. Originals to this are thousands of dollars. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray. Great record. Art Blakey on drums. Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. This is the mono mix, cut by Bernie Grundman. This is the same thing that essentially they came out with on Record Store Day a couple of years ago. Maybe it was Record Store Day Black Friday. But this is getting a mainstream release. They already did Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I think I still have those in stock. A Saucer Full of Secrets. Here it is. Let's see. What's the hype sticker say? Remastered from the original mono analog tapes by, let's see, James Guthrie, but it also mentions Bernie Grundman in 2019. Original UK release date was June 1968. That's quite a hype sticker on there. That's a big old hype sticker. But this is an album that, I'm not a huge fan of digital records. You're going to spend so much time, so much money, so much effort trying to get a copy that sounds better than this. This, for the money, is really, really good sounding. This, the first couple albums, Piper, Saucer, they really benefited from the work that was done remastering these albums, as opposed to an album, later on that there's so many great versions of. For instance, like Dark Side of the Moon. There's better versions of Dark Side of the Moon. It's really tough to find better sounding versions of these first couple albums because they weren't really recorded that well. They're expensive to find. The original Columbia UK pressings, the Tower stuff sounds like absolute crap. So yeah, those are worthwhile owning. Alpha Mist 2/4 Mistake. I have absolutely no idea what this is or why I ordered it, but it's a 10-inch. I try not to order too much in the way of 10 inches, but yeah. Neil Young, official release series 4 box set. So this is disc 13, 14, 20, and 21. This is going to have Hawks and Doves, Reactor, El Dorado, and this Notes for You. Man, the first volume in this set goes for probably over $600 now. Really expensive. Restock some more Tone Poets. This was one of the first 2 Tone Poets that was ever released. Chick Corea's Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. Since he's passed away, this is actually the first time that I've gotten this in. This is a fantastic record, and it's fantastic sounding. Originally on Solid State. It's one of the few non-Blue Note Tone Poets. Most of the stuff in the Tone Poet catalog are Blue Note titles, but Solid State is owned by Blue Note. Another Tone Poet, Dexter Gordon's Clubhouse. Great record. I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm going to listen to this when I go home tonight. So I'm thinking I'm going to listen to Nora Jones, and I'm going to listen to this Rammstein album. We're very musically diverse over here at the In-Groove. Let me show you the front. Zeit, Rammstein, Zeit. Really well done. Check it out. Nice cover. Gold embossed Obi. The back, the song tracks are gold embossed. I really dig Rammstein. So my father passed away when I was really young. Probably told you guys that. I'm not sure. But I have very fond memories when Du Hast came out. In those days, you could turn on TV and they had music videos. So we'd put on VH1, I think we saw most of the time. And I remember when he saw that VH1 music video of that, he just was so fascinated. Hey, Mike, you got to check this out. And I remember watching that and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. There's nothing. I've never seen anything like this. Just with the pyrotechnics and the stage show. I've seen him twice so far in concert, and it's an unbelievable show. If you don't like this music at all, go to a Rammstein show. Go put on a pair of headphones, noise-canceling headphones. You don't even have to listen to the music. Just go to a Rammstein show and watch the show because it's amazing. I want to say I saw them in Las Vegas. They did like a miniature tour a couple, 3 or 4 years back. Maybe it was 5, 6 years ago. And I'll never forget the lead singer comes on with all bulked up with this big trench coat on, comes out on the stage, takes off his trench coat. There's like a suicide vest. Blows himself up. I don't know how he did it or what he did or how he's still alive, but all you see on the stage is this big ball of fire, and then they start playing. Me, musically, I like Rammstein as well, and I've liked their recent albums. They've all been good for me. But yeah, the new Rammstein album. But where was I going with that other story? So certain bands, like, with vinyl in general, and music in general, it invokes emotion. So I see this, and it's like all these things that I haven't thought about in years kind of like come back, and you start getting excited, So yeah, I'm excited for the new album. Suicidal Tendencies. There's two versions of this. I think I've got an indie exclusive, which is on sky blue vinyl, and a standard black vinyl version. Vandergraaf Generator. This is an import. New vinyl edition of the classic album, originally released in December 1970. An exact reproduction of the original Charisma LP, newly remastered from the original master tapes, cut at Abbey Road Studios. Does that mean it's analog? What does that mean? We don't know. But there it is. I like the hype sticker of the famous Charisma label. Harvey Sutherland, boy. It's, God, that's an interesting cover. The plastic has stuff on it. I don't, it's tough to make out. You're probably not even going to see it on camera. But yeah, green lines. Get your back up off, patch it up, real jazz, tight, the pocket, I don't know. It's got gibberish type stuff on it. I'm sure if you look at it long enough, it means something. Glenn Campbell's Greatest Country Hits. Death Angel, Bastard Tracks. Limited to 1,500. And for some reason, there's a picture of a cassette tape on the back. Vandergraaf Generator, Pawn Hearts. Same thing, Abbey Road Studios from the original master tape. Don't know what that means. Let's see, limited to 1,800 on Nuclear Blast. Watan. It's the strictly limited edition. These guys seem hardcore for sure. Yeah. And Willie Nelson's brand new album. 14 new studio recordings. Plus he covers the Beatles with a little help from my friends and Leonard Cohen's Tower of Song. It's got Chris Stapleton and Rodney Crowell on it. Blah, blah. Willie's getting a little old now. He's not even putting himself on the cover. His face anyways. Cowboy Junkies, Songs of the Recollection. Coil, Music to Play in the Dark 2. Limited edition of 1,000 on clear blue vinyl with a download card inside. From Friday Music, Chicago 2. Once upon a time, a dollar record that you couldn't give away. Now in 2022, I can't keep Chicago records in stock. So now we're buying new ones. Oh God, Same Henshaw, Untidy Soul, maybe not. Close, I think I'm close. Sparks, Balls, highly listenable and equally danceable, says the hype sticker. On 2 LP, 180 gram black vinyl. Oh wow, that's a good looking cover. Oh, it's just me in the cover, I'm sorry. All right. We got Sofin Pamart Letter. I don't know. Cool looking cover. Foil on a dark black cover, like a matte cover, and then a shiny foil piano. Same thing. You know, Lisa, it looks like a lot of these covers are doing a good job on putting a little more effort into it. Let's see, Grandma. I don't know about all that. 2 ribbons. Limited gatefold edition with... This is an alternative cover, so I'm guessing this is the indie store exclusive. Alternate cover. 7-inch with bonus track. All right. Robin Trower, Coming Closer to the Day. This is reissue on shiny gold vinyl, limited to 1,000 copies. Shiny gold vinyl, that is the official color. Liquid Trio Experiment, Spontaneous Combustion on 2LP purple vinyl. Helix, Best of 1983 to 2012 on red vinyl. Lost Boys soundtrack. Originals of this are quite expensive, so Pretty desirable. This is a Friday Music reissue. Love this cover. Always get a chuckle out of it when it comes in the store. Thor, keep the dogs away. All right, what is this? This is Tora Moya. I know I'm butchering this, and they're wildly successful. Him, she, her. I don't really know what this is, but I know that there's another one of their records that I saw a lot of. It might be good. I don't even know what kind of music it is. I know. Feel free to roast me in the comments now, but it never really looked like it was my thing. But, you know, maybe it is. Maybe it's great. This is a really cool cover. Actually, I'm going to probably have to give this a listen to, at least one track, because of what they've done here. I'm trying to, like, see what's going on here. It kind of looks like a magazine. So we've got, like, the old mailing label here, and it looks just like a mailing label, and it has an address on it. Limited edition silver vinyl. Features singles Millennium, Postman, and Deja Vu. This looks like a little hip-hoppy to me. That's probably why I never bought it. This guy could be the most famous person in the world right now. I guess I wouldn't know. Cover looks nice. Little Golden Gate Bridge with the spot gloss cover, foil cover. I mean, you know, did a good job on it. Silver vinyl. They put the barcode over the barcode that's on the record underneath. But yeah. Alrighty. Such tracks as Foreplay, Mississippi, The Loop, Deja Vu. Yeah, okay. Dream Theater and Beyond, live in Japan, 2017 on limited clear vinyl. Some more Vandergraaf Generator, God Bluff. The famous Charisma label. I like that hype sticker. Rodrigo Y. Gabriela, newly remastered for vinyl, limited edition red, white, and blue, splatter effect finish. And we have the new Trombone Shorty on Blue Note. I really dig that cover. I saw Trombone Shorty open for Hall & Oates. I went to Hall & Oates to see Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, and Trombone Shorty actually opened. You know, there's not a lot of bands that'll put that much talent on the stage ahead of them. I will give it, although it was a pretty rough concert to see the Hall & Oates, which I like, but they were singing like about 3 seconds apart, so the harmonies didn't quite work. But to put Trombone Shorty on stage, then Sharon Jones and the Dap King, I mean, in the modern era, they don't put quality talent on as opening acts, generally. They don't ever want to have somebody upstage the, you know, the main act, and that's what they did. But, yeah, that was a great show. Trombone Shorty was great. Sharon Jones was great. The last 30% of the concert from Hall & Oates was good when they kind of synced up. The infamous String Dusters, Towards the Fray. Alrighty. So, yeah, that is it for this week's New Arrival video. Again, check us out on the website at theingroup.com, to where I'll be having all these records here for sale. Until next time.